Question number 1. Describe the telephone conversation between the speaker and the landlady. Or, how does the white landlady hurt the feelings of the black African speaker? Or, contrast the character of the landlady with the speaker. Introduction. The telephone conversation is a poem by Wole Soyinka which throws light on the racial prejudice and discrimination. The poem opens with the speaker seeking accommodation navigating the treacherous waters of a racially segregated society. His quest for a place to live becomes a difficult task for him due to racism in the society. He engages in a telephone conversation with the landlady to rent her apartment. Telephone conversation. The speaker does not want to waste his time in his travel and so he makes a call to the landlady, who is the owner of the apartment. The landlady welcomes him and exchanges pleasantries. She does not know that the speaker is a black Negro. After knowing his original identity, she becomes quiet and stops her conversation for a few minutes. Interrogation of the landlady. The landlady becomes upset and she wants to know his true color. So she asks many questions connected to his color and race. She forgets her original self and talks like an aristocrat who is having a cigarette in his mouth. Her tone changes in an official manner. The speaker is stuck in a terrible position. He asks him blindly, "How dark are you?" She repeats again whether he is light-skinned or dark-skinned. The speaker is able to identify her feelings of racism beneath her polite speech. Confession of the speaker. The speaker confesses everything openly in spite of the prejudice of the landlady. He tells her plainly that he is West African sepia. Then there is silence once again as she imagines all the possible colors. She continues her talk by asking once again about his color. The irritated speaker says that facially he is a brunette, but she has to see the rest of his body. He further admits that his palms and the soles of his feet are the color of bleached blonde hair. His back bottom is as black as the color of raven. Social satire. Through the poem Telephone Conversation, the poet satirizes the society, especially the racism. The speaker, who is black, makes fun of the white landlady who refuses to rent her apartment after knowing his color. In contrast to the landlady's simple reductive ideas about race, the speaker suggests that race and identity are complicated and multifaceted. The speaker feels that judging a person based on his skin color is a dehumanizing act. Speaker states of mind. The speaker is completely vexed by the landlady's attitude in the telephone conversation. His mind is filled with bitterness. He laments over the pervasive nature of racism. The poet's use of irony and satire underscores the absurdity of racial discrimination. Finally, the speaker decides to assert his dignity and pride. He informs her that he is not interested in renting her apartment. He expresses his displeasure by hanging up the phone. The landlady becomes stunned and speechless. Conclusion. The poem leaves a message that we have to fight against the injustice in the society. There is a powerful exploration of racial prejudice and discrimination, conveyed through the poignant exchange between the speaker and the landlady during telephone conversation. The poem clearly illustrates how racism affects people and dehumanizes them. Even though the poem does not use meter and rhyme, it captures the feeling of the readers.